Hello, my name is Agatha, and if you'd like your own tarot or astrology reading, please write to bunyaza@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. Today, I'm going to do a reading about Meghan Markle and her first child. Or the child, yes, her firstborn. So the tarot that I'm going to use is the Cosmic Tarot by Norbert Loze. I don't know how to say his name. It's a guy named Norbert. I don't know. He's an artist. I don't know if it's Germany or Austria. So, I just got this. No, this was a gift. This was my Secret Santa gift. And I was really, how do you say this? Vocal about what I wanted. We did Secret Santa at my workplace and I told everyone what I wanted. I want a tarot deck. Just give me a tarot deck, any tarot deck, and I got this as a gift and I didn't have this tarot deck yet. So, let's see how will be the relationship between Meghan Markle and, I'm assuming, her firstborn, her first child. Oh, interesting, but I'm not going to see. How will be the relationship between her and between Meghan Markle and her first child? How would the relationship between them will be? Okay, and this is going to be a 10-card reading, in which I'm using the Celtic cross. So let's see how will the relationship between Meghan Markle and her first kid will be. Now I'm going to cut. I want to do this in front of you. So, first card, second, third, fourth, fifth, six, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck, but I don't usually use it. Prince of Coins. Prince of Coins. Prince of Coins. This is like the Knight of Pentacles. I just got the sense of money. But okay. Money based? No. Okay. Let's just see the normal cards. How many? I always like to count the major arcana cards, and it's 1 major, 3 major arcana cards. Okay. If it was like 5 or more, I would say this is my God. This relationship is like my God, changing. Not that I don't think this relationship is, something important to her, but 3 I'm sorry, 3 major arcana cards. Okay. So let's count how many money cards. 1 money, 2 money cards. Okay. 3 swords. 1 wands, 1 cup. Okay, so interesting. The subject, the theme of their relationship, because that's the question. There's the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. So he's connected with Aquarius. You see on his thigh the symbol, that's the symbol for Aquarius. And there's a book, okay? The theme. So maybe their relationship, and you see here, there's a hawk. You see the hawk? So this card tells me about intelligence, extreme intelligence. So this might be a very bright young man. I'm seeing a guy, I'm sorry. There's this prince, there's another prince. And there's at the bottom of the deck, there's another prince. Yeah, the prince is he's going to be a prince. Yeah, yeah. Um, I to me it's a guy, it's a boy, and I did another reading before. I don't know exactly when. It felt like it's a boy. Okay, so he's gonna be a smart kid. He's gonna be a smart kid, very much in his head. Maybe the type of kid that really, the type of person who will kind of, instead of going to the heart, goes to the brain first. That's not a bad thing. It depends from person to person. It depends upon your own needs. Let's not just say that we should always be in our hearts. It depends, And it's interesting that, this Prince of Coins. So this could signify that this is a very intelligent, bright young man. Will be, book smart. Yes, smart. Maybe a bit detached. I want to see something. I have her chart here. She has the sun in Leo, and she has Pallas also in Leo, Mercury in Leo, the North Node in Leo, and the fifth house is the house connected with children. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and guess what she got on the fifth house? She has in the fifth house, she has Uranus, which rules Aquarius, in Scorpio. She has Uranus in Scorpio in the fifth house. And Uranus has many meanings. So one thing is it rules Aquarius, so it makes sense that this card would show up. So you might have something, I'm going to say I'm sorry. Even if it shows up as a girl, I'm not saying that, I might be wrong first, I might be wrong, okay. I'm not a psychic. I keep saying this, please listen, I'm not a psychic. He might be a girl, I'm sorry, it might be a boy, the kid might be a boy, but if I'm wrong, it's fine. It only means maybe that this girl has a lot of male qualities or male signs. I have a lot of male masculine signs in my natal chart, and I'm a woman and I like guys. Okay, so don't let your mind go to somewhere else. Okay, let's just be logical here. Let's be logical. That's what he would say. That's what he will say. I think that there might have like a very mental type of relationship. So anyway, Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius, and it showed up here. Young boy, young man, Aquarius, very smart. Uranus is connected with those who are rebels, those who are extremely smart. Extremely smart. And she has Uranus in the fifth house. So the first child or her children might tend to be very smart, very intelligent. There's something there, like in their mind. Or if it's not, the fifth house is either your child, your children, or the firstborn. The firstborn, I'm thinking, is going to be very smart. So, or the relationship that they will have with each other will be a very intellectual sort of relationship, a very logical sort of relationship, very much based on the head, very much based on logic, not so much on emotions, just kind of honest. Also, honest type of relationship where will they I see other cards here, okay? I see other cards that tell me something else, but I would say that primarily they will try to be with each other. Doesn't matter if it's a mother and child, but they will try to, the relationship they'll have will be logical, not that much emotional, and yeah, logical, kind of like the Vulcan, the Vulcans, not kind of, but also they will like to talk. They will like to talk about books. They'll like to talk about their long-term plans. His long-term plans. I would say that probably he will most likely will go to his mother to speak about his long-term plans. Mom, what do you think? I'm planning on studying this. What is your opinion? So it's like maybe I would say that for advice, which are logical and rational and rational type of advice, he will go to his mother. I would say. Yeah, like, yeah, advice is gonna go to his mother, like advice that's not emotionally based. I'm sorry to say this. Plus, she has. I'm not sorry. What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. Plus, I'm seeing here. What am I seeing? That Meghan Markle has the moon in Libra. She has the moon in Libra, yeah, which is moon is our emotional makeup, but Libra is very rational again. So she tends to rationalize her feelings, try to put her feelings in her head, to try to understand them through her mind, through her head. And her moon is near Saturn, also in Libra. And she has 3 planets in Libra. I'm sorry, 2 planets and 1 luminary. She has the moon conjunct Saturn and conjunct Jupiter, also in Libra. 4, 5, and 6 degrees. She's going to be a good advisor. She's going to be an excellent advisor. Yeah, she's going to be an excellent advisor for her kid. That's what I see. Yeah, if the kid wants, like, mom, like proper advice in any matter of life, if he goes to his mother will tell him what to do. Will give him the best possible advice. So that which is yet not seen, that which we don't see, we have the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, and the relation, again, the question is how will the relationship between them will be. So I would say that she will try to put a lid on her emotions whenever she is in the relationship that she will have with her firstborn, with her son. I'm saying son, okay? It's a son to me. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay, it happens. But to me, it's a son, and the relationship that she will have with him, and I think that she will try to guide him the best way that she can, and not be overly emotional. She will try to control her emotions regarding him. So she will go to her head and she will not go to her emotions in advising him, in leading him, in raising him. So she will not try to give him too much, like in terms of emotions, also in terms of, I don't think she'll be like, oh, I understand, oh, poor little boy, no one loves you. I don't think she'll be, if he makes a mistake, I think she'll tell him. She will tell him. Yeah, she'll be straight and she'll try to control her emotions in regards to him. The things that we don't see is that this might not be an overly emotional relationship that they'll have together, that they have as mother and son, that it will not be overly emotional, but maybe that's what's required in this situation, in that social context. I have no idea, okay? I think it's like it's a decision that she has, like, I have to control my emotions in regards to my son. Yeah. I have to be rational in regards to him. Now, the root of this. It's not a very good card, it's the moon. Now, it might mean that she will try to control him. This might be a very controlling type of relationship. This might be a very unstable type of relationship. Sometimes they're good with each other, sometimes they're not good with each other. Yeah, sometimes in this card again, the Princess of Cups. I think she might be trying to control her emotions, or maybe she'll try to control his emotions. Maybe he's the one who will be overly emotional, and she will try to guide him through rationality, through logic, and by trying to advise him to control his emotions. Maybe he is the one who will be overly emotional, and she'll just try to control that a little bit, which would explain the moon. Because the moon is like ups and downs, emotionally speaking, ups and downs. So either this relationship will be on an up, on the down, like sometimes they get along fine, some other times they will not get along. or one of them is overly emotional, and this could be her or him. I would say him, not her. I might be wrong, but I would say him, because Uranus is in the fifth house of Meghan Markle, and Uranus has that mood type of. It has that. It has that quality. Let's call it quality. It has, people with a very strong signature of Uranus in their natal chart, it can be rather unstable. So yeah, he might have something like he might have some sort of mental instability. I'm sorry. When I say this, it could be the things that the kids have, like ADHD, stuff like that. Or it could even be, as he grows older, some sort of bipolar type of thing. Oh my God, I really hope that's not the case. But I'm seeing smart, okay? And Uranus can be the rebel, can be the very intelligent person. Again, Uranus rules Aquarius. Aquarius could be extremely smart. Uranus or Aquarius, very smart. Like, people see beyond things as they are now. People who are inventive, extremely creative, but they can be the lunatic also. They can be the person that will do weird stuff. They could be the revolutionary. So sometimes you cannot exactly trust someone with a very big degree of, I would say, more Uranus. Even though Aquarius is a fixed sign, sometimes Aquarius can be a little bit unstable. So maybe, I would say maybe in his 20s, because a lot of princes, which is connected with the knight. The knight in here it's called prince, but in ordinary and traditional tarot, the prince is the knight of. There's the knight of swords. There's the knight of wands, and here there's the knight of coins. In his 20s, I would say, or not beginning of adolescence, like sometime in adolescence and in his 20s, he might show some sort of instability, mental instability, and she will have to deal with this. Okay, I'm sorry to say this. I might be wrong again. Okay, so why some sort of mental problem, some sort of mental issue? This is not necessarily something bad. Okay, this is not in the sense of, this is not necessarily the type of thing. I'm not saying schizophrenia. Okay, I'm not saying that. It could be any other type. It could be depression. The moon. It could be depression. Something which could be healed, I would say. But if there's some sort of problem of that matter, it might appear teenage years and in his 20s. And she will try to use logic and rationality, and I think that he also will try to explain everything from a rational point of view. It's like a lot of rationality between both of them. But there's ups and downs in this relationship. Either they don't get along, sometimes they get along, sometimes they don't get along. There might be some sort of mental issue between them. I'm thinking it's the boy, not her. I think it's him, not her. I'm sorry. There might be a lot of secrets. Now, why? Well, that's normal, because this is not an ordinary type of family. Okay, even ordinary types of families, they have secrets, and they're not going to share everything that happens in their families with the outside world. But this is a royal family. Okay, so it's normal that their issues, they might keep a lot of their issues secret. The moon is connected with this. I'm thinking also that having this child will allow her to deal with something she has kept a secret, maybe something damaged, something that damaged her when she was young or something like that. And having this child is it's like helpful to her in dealing with this, especially in when he's around 20 something. You know, maybe around his 20s, they'll reach like a level in their relationship where they can speak more as grown-ups, more as adults. And maybe she'll be comfortable telling him something about her past. Yeah, they might. This relationship will keep a lot of secrets, which is normal. If there's issues, if there's like mental issues, they will be kept a secret, but they'll try to deal with it. What else? Extreme fear also. Extreme fear. She's afraid for him, and maybe he is afraid for her also. Again, this is normal because of what they are. You know, they are in the royal family. This is normal to have this extreme fear also, but there's a lot of things that we, the outside world, will not see, and they'll have to deal with secrets. Both of them, will deal with secrets. Like I said, mental issues. In a more positive way, I should have started with a more positive way. It's like they're connected on a psychic level. They're connected at a psychic level. Whatever happens to him, she will feel it. Whatever happens to her, he will feel it. So there's like a psychic connection between both of them. And maybe this psychic connection is something that scares them because she is already very rational. She's a very rational person, because I can see that in her chart, and he will be rational too. So if they have a connection which is much more emotional and not so based on logic and rationality and all of that, which is something that one cannot explain using your brain, it will scare them. Okay, so now the past connected with the present and the future. There's the Ace of Swords. How this relationship between both of them. You know what I get? I get that this was not a natural conception. I get that she had to go to the doctor in order to get pregnant. That's what I get from this. That there's like an intervention, a medical intervention to help her get pregnant. That's what I get from this card, from the Ace of Swords. Now, what's in their mind or what they want? And there's like the Prince of Wands, the Prince of Wands, Leo. Interesting. And she's a Leo. I would say that from her point of view, she's afraid that whatever he does or whatever he is will reflect on her, on Meghan Markle, in a negative way. So she doesn't want that. Meghan Markle doesn't want her son to misbehave. Her son to behave in a way that will reflect on her in a very poor way. So she wants him to walk the line, you know, you walk the line. Because I would say that she doesn't want to be called a bad mother. She doesn't want to. That's why she doesn't want to spoil him. I don't think she'll spoil him. I don't think she will spoil her son. Especially it's the first one. She doesn't want to mess this up. And she will try to give him a lot of a lot of emphasis connected with education. So I would say that she'll try to convey to him that it's important to study, it's important to learn. I think she'll do that, but she'll be afraid of if he misbehaves, if he behaves in a way that like normal young people, young boys behave, you know. She'll be afraid of being called, oh, a bad mother, she's a bad mother, she spoils him, she gives him everything, he doesn't have to work for this, work for that, he does very badly at school, you know, she doesn't educate him properly. She's afraid of this. She doesn't want that. And what about him? What about him? He would wish, Meghan Markle's son would wish that maybe his mother would support him more in whatever creative endeavor he wants. And if he wants to do something for fun, just for fun, like normal people, young people, but then again, this is not a normal family. I don't necessarily feel bad for them. You know why? Because we choose our lives. Before we are born, we choose it. Okay, we are not forced to live this life. So don't give me anything else. Don't even this poor person who get this very difficult life. You as a soul, you chose your life. You chose your life. You have a plan for yourself. You have this plan. There's something that you feel as a soul it's necessary for you to learn, so you choose it. So if you are in this position, you chose it. Okay, don't even play the emotional card with me. I don't accept that. Okay, so this is not an ordinary family, and there's a lot of things which are ordinary for people who are, let's call it, middle class, that they can do, and they can't. And this family cannot. There's a lot of things they can't do. They are very restricted. So he would wish, I would say, that his mother would be more supportive of him in a more creative sort of way. That it's like, I would say that their relationship would be basically rational and logic, based on rationality and logic, and not very warm, not very emotionally warm. And fire, he might have something in fire. He might have something very strong in Aquarius, and then he might have something very strong in fire. Leo, I would say Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And fire people, they kind of need warmth and affection from other people. They want also admiration from other people. So maybe what he would want from his mother is for her to admire him and to give him and to believe in him. And to believe that he can do anything, and to believe in him and be more enthusiastic about what he wants. And I would say about his creative endeavors, but not necessarily creative endeavors. It could be, let's say, that he wants to set up a business for this or that. He would want his mother to be more supportive of him, and not just give him like, this will happen and this will happen. You have to be logical. You have to be rational. Don't make a stupid mistake. It's like there's no warmth. There's like no, yeah, I believe in you. There's none of this. There's none, or it will be none of this. That she won't do it because she's afraid that she will be spoiling him. And by spoiling him, she's afraid that he will behave in a very stupid way, and this will reflect poorly on her in her motherly abilities. So she will hold back. She will hold back. I think she would like to behave in that way, but I don't think she will allow herself to behave in that way. Yeah, study. I think that's basically what she'll be telling him. Study. You have to be logical, you have to be rational, you have to think before you do this or that. Okay? We are not ordinary people. We have to think about our reputation and how it reflects on the entire family reputation. You have to think about your father as well, and the way it reflects on him. Also, there might be a second child. Let's say this is the second child. I would say that maybe the first child, this is the first kid, will have the more detached sort of treatment, And the second child, she might feel free, if there's a second child, and I would say it's a boy, she might feel free to spoil the second child. Because the first one is really important. The first child is going to be really important to her, so she needs to do this right. She needs to raise him right. She will not spoil him. The second one, I would say that she'll feel more relieved and she will spoil the second one. And the second one might be the one who gets to do whatever he wants, who gets to, his mother might be very overly enthusiastic about a tiny little thing that he does. And maybe the first child would be like, why don't you treat me like you treat my brother? You love him more than you love me. Why don't you do that? Why are you not enthusiastic about the things that I want to do? And she'll try to tell him, you are in a different position. You are the first one. It's different. She won't tell him that he's more important. She won't tell him that. But I would say that she will be feeling more free if there's a second one to have more warmth, warmth towards the second one. So, the near future. There's the Eight of Swords. Interesting. There might be a division caused in the marriage because of this child. Again, this is kind of normal in many couples that are not strong enough. After the child is born, after the first child is born, they separate because they don't know how to deal with this. I see a lot of that. Everything is fine. You've been together. Some couples even are together for years and decide to have a child, and the moment that kid is born, the child just, I don't want to say the child separates them, but there's something that happens after the child that comes and they're no longer a couple. So it feels like that this kid kind of makes his mother and his father turn their backs on each other. They feel they might be victims of the situation, of this. Yeah, there's a sense of being a victim. I don't know why. This child might be born with something that, some sort of illness, and this would explain the Eight of Swords, where the couple, I'm saying the couple because it's a man and a woman, so Meghan Markle and Prince Harry would feel that they are victims of a situation because this child might be born with some sort of issue. And this issue might be kept a secret from the outside world. Now, the question is the relationship between Meghan Markle and her firstborn. And again, it's like both of them feel they are a victim in this situation. Both of them feel trapped with each other, or will feel trapped. This is the near future, but I'm going to read this as like longer. So if there's something, a health issue connected with this boy, Meghan Markle's firstborn, if there's an issue, they'll keep it a secret, but they will both feel victim of this. He will feel victim of this, and she will feel victimized also because there's nothing that she can do to help, or she can do very little to help. Yeah, it's a relationship in which both of them feel trapped, like the mother and the son. Again, what I'm getting is health issues. Could be mental health issues, could be other type of health issues. But regardless of that, this kid is going to be smart. Okay? He's going to be smart. Also, that might also be a reason why she will held back in terms of showing love and giving him love and warmth. If this child is born with some sort of issue, she will want him to be fully independent. So she will not baby him. That would explain these cards as well. Now, the next card is both of them. I would say maybe both of them, maybe one, maybe the two. There's the Five of Cups. I would say maybe more Meghan Markle. The Five of Cups. All the cups are spilled. Usually in traditional decks, it's 4 cups or 3 cups that are spilled, and there's 2 cups left, or there's 1 cup left. Here, all the cups are spilled, and the woman is looking at the cups. To me, it's Meghan Markle when she's old. She's looking at the cups, and they all contained her hopes and wishes and desires. I think she's going to be disappointed with this child. She's going to be very disappointed with this child. I don't know why. I'm, again, other health issues or mental issues. Yeah. There's a sense of sadness. Either it could be disappointment, or it could be something like, again, there's a health. There's something, not necessarily now. It could be now. You could be born with something now, and all of that is kept from the public. Or it could be as he grows older, into his teens, in his early 20s, something shows up. And why does she feel sad? Because there's nothing that she can do. She can do very little in regards to this, whatever this is. Let's say it's depression. He goes to doctors and all of that, but she can only do what she can do. She can't do anything else to help him heal. So there's sorrow and there's pain connected with this relationship from her point of view. Because I think what she cannot do a lot, or she will not be able to do a lot to help him. Another way of reading this card is that she has sorrow, or she will have sorrow. Why? When she is older. Why? Because she might be thinking, maybe I should not have withheld emotional support from him. Maybe I should be less stern. Maybe I should be more enthusiastic about what he wanted to do. Maybe I should have shown more love, more. I should have hugged him more. I should have kissed him more. I should have told him I love you more. Maybe I should not have been so rigid. Maybe this is how she will feel at the end. Well, not the end, but when she's like 50 or 60, something like that. Some sorrow or regret in connection with the relationship that she will have with her son. I think this card represents her and not him. Now the next card is about others, how other people see him or see their relationship, basically. And we have the Temperance card. They see it, or people like the general public will see their relationship is very, how do you say this, balanced. They will see it, and this card is connected with the sign of Sagittarius. So he might have something in Sagittarius. This might represent him also, but I'm thinking it's more how people outside view them, like the general public will view the relationship that Meghan Markle will have with her son. They will view it as balanced. They will view this relationship as balanced, that she gives exactly enough to him, to raise him, and not too much, not too little. So a balanced relationship. This is the way they will be seen. In a less positive way, to me this card, when it shows up, also tells me that there's a need. They will see that she will be disciplined with him. She will discipline him, but not too much. She will discipline him in the right amount. This card also tells me that if a person has some sort of this card is connected with healing. If a person has some sort of issues, mental issues, or physical issues, this card might show up. So maybe at some point general public will see that she is taking good care of him. Why is she taking good care of him? Maybe he's ill, or maybe he will be ill. Maybe he's born ill or will be born ill. I really hope that's not the case. Or maybe there's some sort of issue he will have when he's older that will need some healing, and this is how basically she will be seen, as someone who's trying to heal him, trying to heal her son. But inside of herself, she will feel that she has not done enough. That's how she will feel. I don't know if she will do it or not. I have no idea. From the card so far, what I'm getting is she understands what this kid represents, and she absolutely does not want to spoil him. She wants to raise him right. Yeah. And she wants to convey to him that some things are meant to be a secret, and he can't behave the way others behave. Again, I'm getting either mental issues, and she will be seen as the one who's trying to heal him, trying to help him. If it's not mental issues, it's another thing. It could be addictions. It could be addictions. Maybe at some point in his life, allegedly, I don't know them. This is for entertainment purposes only. I have no idea, okay? Maybe at some point, if this is not a physical issue, because again, I'm feeling that this kid is smart. If this is not a physical issue, that she'll try to do her best to help him with, by making him be self-reliant. This could be a mental issue, or this could be an addiction of some kind. Any type of addiction. Could be drugs, could be alcohol. At some point of their lives, maybe show up in the teen years, early 20s, something like that, and she will be seen as someone who's trying to heal him, or taking him to the best doctors, all of that, you know. Yeah, I think she will be seen in a very positive light. Honestly, that's what I get. In regards of raising her son, I think that she will be seen in a very positive light. Yeah, she doesn't give too much. She gives just the right amount. She doesn't spoil him. Now, hopes, fears, dreams, and advice. Got the 6 of Pentacles, or the 6 of Coins. Honestly, the advice is exactly the way I would say that she's going to behave. The advice would be to not give too much, give in the right amount. Give in the right amount. It's kind of like quid pro quo. I will give you this if you will give me that. I will allow you to do this that you want, my son, if you give me good grades. If you behave in a very respectful sort of manner, I will give this to you. I will allow you to do this. I would say this is the advice. Hopes, I think it feels like both of them in the relationship they will have. And talking more in a spiritual sort of way, both of them want as souls is to be in a relationship with each other, mother and son, which is well balanced. This is both of their wish, well balanced, where there's not too much give and take. Just give and take in the right amount. Give and take in the right amount. Also, yeah, it's like a vibe of mental type of thing. Not overly emotional, not overly enthusiastic. Fairness, that's the word that I'm trying to get. Fairness. They want to be fair with each other. They want to cultivate a relationship with each other which is fair and balanced, I would say. And this is the young man. You see the young man is showing all of these pentacles. To me, it feels like his wish is to show his mother, see mother, look of all I got. Look at all of this. I've accomplished this by myself. Look at all the money that I've got. Look at all the success that I've got. He wants to do something in order to show his mother, to give to his mother, kind of like that. Look what I have accomplished. He wants to accomplish something for the sake of his mother. Do you understand this? Because I kind of don't. Interesting. Balance, also balance at all levels. Prince of Coins. You might want to, go on. I think in the reading that I did for him, I spoke about making money. Yeah, money was important, but I don't know if I spoke about. I think the other reading I talked about either him being involved in charity work, or work connected with money, like banks, large financial institutions. So the Six of Coins, or the Six of Pentacles, also talks about charity. So this could also be involved in charity. Both of them might be involved in charity work. Both of them, either he starts something in terms of money, he starts like some sort of financial endeavors, and his mother advised him very well, or he might have the financial help of his mother to start some sort of business, or he wants to make it on his own to show his mother, not in a bad way, but to give to his mother, kind of like a gift. See, Mom, I followed your advice. I made my own business and I'm really successful in it. I'm making a lot of money. Or and the Temperance card also tells me that they might be involved in some sort of new charity work. Some sort of new charity institution. Both of them, either she starts it and then brings her son to it, or he starts some sort of new charity work or institution or entity, and it's really successful, and he's really good at, getting money to this charity work. So maybe she'll convey to him that we need to think of others before we think of ourselves. You were born into a very good situation, and let me tell you that this has not been my experience growing up. I did not have what you have, my son. So you must think of others before we think of ourselves. So we must control our emotions. So you must learn how to give to others. So maybe this is the thing that she's trying to give to him, to, put in his head. You gotta do charity work. You gotta do good deeds. Okay? You gotta be involved and be seen that we give to others, that we try to help others who cannot help themselves. So I would say that maybe not the end of her life, but when she's older, the regret that she will feel is that I did so much for others and I could not even help my own son. Maybe something like that. Something around those lines. Maybe both of them will be involved in charity work. This is why he needs to study so much. But if I go with this card in terms of advice, I would say give and take in equal measure, give and take in equal measure. You know, give what we can give, get what is necessary for you to get. And this applies also in the relationship between mother and son. So maybe she at some point will demand too much of him in terms of service towards others, and this will be the thing that is not helpful for him. Maybe he's a bit selfish, which is fine, again, or selfish, or maybe he's more mental. I think he'll be more mental, and he might not see the point of doing this charity work. He might have other ideas, you know, maybe he will have other goals that will be more important to him than this charity work. And then the end, you have the Hermit. And this, it's a guy. It's a guy and he's doing yoga. And here are the symbols for Jupiter, the Sun, and Virgo. So Virgo, I think his father Harry is a Virgo. So I don't know, maybe Harry will have a good influence, will be a good mediator between both of them, both of their wants. But the relation, yeah, like maybe when they're older, when both of them are older, when Meghan Markle is older, when the kid is the firstborn is older, maybe, I don't want to say the intervention of Prince Harry, but the way he is naturally will kind of be healing to both of them, to their relationship, if this makes any type of sense. The Hermit also tells me another thing. They might feel alone in this relationship, meaning the son might feel alone, or the mother, Meghan Markle, might feel alone. They might feel lonely for all the reasons that I've said. Maybe he doesn't feel that he has the support that he needs. Maybe she feels that she cannot give entirely of herself to her son because she needs to control herself, because she needs not to spoil him, because he's very important. This could also mean, therefore, they both feel alone. They feel that they're not listened to in this relationship. This could also mean that when he's older, when this kid is older, he will have a much more spiritual view of the relationship that he had with his mother. And he will be more spiritual as the years progress. And he will be, maybe as he gets older, he will be turning more and more towards his father, the way his father behaves. And I'm thinking Virgo because, like I said, if I'm not mistaken, Harry is a Virgo, and Virgos are practical. They are not shows off. They don't like to show off. They're wise when they let themselves be wise. He'll turn more into himself. Again, I'm thinking this is more him, more the sun. He'll turn more into himself to find his own way, his own star, his own inner star, that thing that really matters to him. He'll be more alone. He'll like to spend more time with himself, the sun. He'll be more spiritual. This kid will be more, he will study more, again, because Virgos and the Hermit, they both like to study. So, and this is the first card that showed up. And the love of books will be given by his mother. I'm sorry, that's what I get. The love of books will be given to him by his mother. The smarts he will get from his mother. We'll keep on studying things that matter to him, even occult studying. He might even see this video at some point in his life. Hey, how are you today? I hope you are well. Yeah, like even more towards Oriental type of spirituality. yoga, stuff like that. Yeah, return to himself, to feel good about himself. Now his mother. No, I don't see this as his mother. I see this as him when he's older. Like 40, 50, that's what I see. 40 years from now, 50 years from now, where he kind of reflects back on everything he learned, on everything that meant, on the relationship that he had with his mother, and why it was supposed to be the way it was. That's what I see. Honestly, this is what I see. This is interesting kind of reading. I won't be around for long. Not for long. I hope I'll be 40 years from now. I hope I'm still alive. I'm 45 now, so 85. Oh my god, will this video survive for 40 more years? Hey, my god, that would be awesome. I don't know. 40 years from now, firstborn of Meghan Markle, please show up and tell me something. Okay, I give you permission to do that. Okay, so this is the reading that I have. I will eventually make, I don't know when, a video about the relationship that Prince Harry will have with his firstborn. Because I'm really curious about that one. And this is almost an hour. Oh my god. So if you like your own personal reading, please write to dunyazad@gmail.com and I'd be delighted to work with you. And that's it. Bye bye.